All right, number 7. So the right to information on the regional centers and the developer's track record, successes and failures.
So yeah, I think that
investment. So one of the most important aspects of. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, so sorry, my audio had cut out. I didn't hear you starting, but just to throw one point in before Sam picks it up is that, so just like any real estate development or any other investment, past performance doesn't necessarily translate to future performance, but it's a pretty good indication. If somebody's done the same thing successfully 20 times in a row, it's very likely their 21st time doing that exact thing will be successful compared to somebody that's only done it once or twice. So when you're looking at anything, whether it's a regional center's track record of have they gotten projects approved? Have they actually created the jobs? Or on the developer side of what are they building? Have they built this exact same thing 50 times before and it's just rinse and repeat? Or are they trying to figure it out for the first time? That's just one of those things that I would focus on as, of course, the project itself matters, but historical is a pretty good representation of whether someone knows what they're doing on both the development and the regional center side.
Yes, exactly. As we look at projects today, many EB-5 projects are structured as loans. And so when you evaluate a project that's structured as a loan, the most important criteria is the quality of the borrower, right? So how many loans has this borrower taken on over what period of time? How many similar projects have they borrowed money on where they've been able to execute successfully, repay the loans on time, and not default, right? At the end of the day, the regional center is really just a pass-through company. So it pools EB-5 money together and then it loans it out to a developer. And then as long as the developer repays the money, repays the loan, the regional center then just hands that money back to the individual investors. So the real underlying investment risk is not really in the regional center. It's really the developer's ability to execute and to repay debt. That's really critical. Ahmed, I'll let you jump in.
Yep, exactly. I was just going to expand on that point a little bit, going back to something that we talked about earlier in terms of avoiding conflicts of interest, right, between regional centers and developers. This is where a regional center's track record really comes into play, right? As Mike mentioned earlier, when things go well, things are going according to plan, there's not much worries in the world. But when things go wrong, you want to know how the regional center is going to act on your behalf. So, aside from looking at the track record, you really want to ask those questions and understand, okay, in the event that something does go south with this current project that I'm looking at, has the regional center dealt with this in the past? And if they did, what were their actions taken at that time? And just asking them, right? Like, what if this were to happen? Here's the hypothetical. What would you do? And I think that speaks a lot to the regional center's abilities and roles, that they play in every investment to basically make sure that the investor is taken care of both financially and on the immigration side of things.
Yep, exactly. Look at the regional center's track record and then look at the borrower. Who's borrowing the money and what is their track record portfolio look like?